went from strict to stricto, strict. Understand? Only person I owe is myself. Strict. I went from strict to stricto, strict. Understand? Only person I owe is myself. Strict. I went from strict to stricto, strict. Understand? Only person I owe is myself. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Big Stricto here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that these other YouTubers tell you to do. But do it for me. Hope everyone's well. This glorious Saturday evening, live from London, wherever you are watching in the world. Hope everyone is good. Don't forget, like I said, to hit the likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to hype, just to push us up and get the channel growing with the algorithm gods. We've hit the 10K mark, people. We did it, people. We did it, people. We did it, people. I mean, I couldn't have done it without you lot, man. Honest to God. Like, this season was the first season. I said, do you know what? I'm going to try a thing with this YouTube. I mean, I've always had the channel, but I've never really pushed it. So I said, do you know what? Let's do more lives. Let's push more content. Let's do all of that good stuff. And you guys have responded well. We're here 10K later. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe it. But like I said, it's all you lot, man. So I owe you lot a big, massive thank you. And let's keep going. Let's try to get to 20K, 100K, and to a million. Let's try to get a million, people. Let's try to get a million. Why flipping not? Everything is possible. Why not? KSI can do it. Mr. Beast can do it. All these other dudes can do it. I sure as hell can do it. There's a saying in Nigeria that is, it's like a motivational sort of saying. Do they have two heads? Has KSI got two heads? Has Mr. Beast got two more heads than I do? So, of course, it can be done. And that applies to you lot as well. Yeah? Your life, everything you apply. This is Nigerian saying, like, nothing is impossible. Like, these other dudes don't have an extra head. So why can't you do it? So, yeah, thank you lot very, very much. As you can see the title, people, 22 years. Was it worth the wait? 22 years. Was it worth the wait? Big up my boy Juju in the house. He knows the saying. You know this saying already. This saying. The saying. My mom always says it when she trying to tell me something. Dude, does he have two heads? Do they have two heads? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm using. That could just get you through life. Like, if you're lost, I promise you that saying it can navigate you through life. It's just as simple as that. But yeah, big up yourself, Juju, man. Big up yourself. So yeah, man, was it worth the wait? 22 years. I mean, I'm still celebrating, people. Like, I can't consume enough content regarding Arsenal, regarding the parade, regarding just everything. I mean, the only thing that could have made this a little bit more sweeter is the Champions League. Keyword, sweeter. Doesn't mean it wasn't sweet already, but could have just added that layer, that extra layer of cake. Yeah, we've got a 3-tier cake. We could add a 4-tier cake. But Arsenal fans are celebrating. Arsenal fans are happy. I mean, like, I went to the parade, and for me, the parade, I thought I'd be more enthusiastic. But of course, we had the Champions League defeat the night before. So I went there and I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. But to my surprise, if you was at the parade, you would have got some healing. You would have felt healed. Just being amongst Arsenal fans, just being amongst happy people, being amongst seeing the players, the vibe. Honest to God, people, it really, really healed me. Like, it made me forget about the Champions League. It really did. And, you know, I met a lot of people there who was on the same vibe, on the same frequency, saying, yo, Strict, listen, we didn't get the Champions League, but we were close. If it wasn't for like a penalty, you know, just coming down to penalties, it could have gone different on a different day. And listen, 100%, people were right. People were right on that. and that's really what it is. We played against the best team in the world, PSG. I mean, the tactics, you can talk about the tactics we employed, Mikel Arteta employed. You can say, look, he could have been a bit more adventurous, but once we took the lead, we knew what it was going to be. We knew what it was going to be. And listen, could have had a penalty, could have had our advantage back, but we didn't. The game was about moments. PSG had their moments with the ref. They took it. When it was time for our moment, the ref didn't give it to us, and we went into penalties, and you don't know the rest. So yeah, so I'm still celebrating. I'm still celebrating. So like, I sort of like just want to go into like the video that I did. It's got quite good responses. And let me try to get it up. What happened there? Okay, now file. What happened there? Okay, reopen, close tab. But yeah, I sort of want to like go into the video that I did, like, and the response. Listen, it was a great day. It was a beautiful day to be in London. Honest to God, like, for those of you who couldn't make it, I don't know what to tell you lot. You lot definitely missed. I mean, for whatever reason, those of you who live far and wide, and listen, you had to get a visa or whatever it was that you needed to do to get here. I know, but you lot missed out. You lot missed out. But I did see videos of people around the world, people celebrating, people doing what they were doing in the various parts of the world. I seen Kenya. Kenya was going wild. In Kenya, I think I see Uganda, Zimbabwe, like a lot of all these African countries. Like, they weren't at the parade, so they made their own parade. Literally that simple. And it was packed. It was vibey. It was music. It was no different to what we was doing at the in North London. It was no different. In fact, their shit looked more live. Their shit looked more live. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. And that just goes to show people, like, the weight, the frustrations. I mean, a whole new generation of Arsenal fans who had never seen a parade, an Arsenal parade that big. Never seen a league parade ever. And I was there and I could see how much it meant to them. I could see how much they were doing. They had a lot more fun than I did. And I've seen Arsenal win what? All our Premier Leagues. I've seen us win all our Premier Leagues, and just to see what it meant to these kids. Like, I'm talking about the teenagers, the early 20s, the 21-year-olds, the 22-year-olds, the 25-year-olds who don't even remember the last time we won a league. It meant so much to them, and that's what it means. And that's why when I think about the Champions League, it makes it a little bit more easier. Big up the chat. I see you there. Who's winning the World Cup, Stricter? We'll get to the World Cup in a minute, bro. Big up yourself. How do you pronounce your name? Kurum Khan? Kurum Khan? Did I say it right? And Kingsley Okbara. Oh, no, am I saying it wrong? I think I met Kingsley. I think I met you at the did I meet you at the parade? I might be wrong. Just looking at your display pic. To be fair, I met a lot of people, but I think I met you just before I got onto the underground. Yeah. Okay. So we're trying to share. Hold on. How do we share this? Boom, 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 boom. All right. Yeah. Boom. Let's share. Let's share it. I don't know if you lot can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. I got added. Okay, cool. I had to see it. There we go. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? Oh, that's annoying. That is actually annoying. All right, cool. Nonetheless, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. So yeah, get the volume up. I thought I was gonna do a little split screen with me in a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out this thing, man. As you lot can tell, I'm still trying to figure out. Is it playing? Is it playing? It's just loading. All right. Like, the vibes was just crazy. Honestly, all the way. The vibes was crazy. Bicycle. Like this bit here was crazy. Like so here is by Highbury Islington. I can't remember the name of this road. Where was this road? Is it Paul Road? I think Paul Road. Yeah, I think it was Paul Road. Bro, we couldn't move. There was nowhere to go. Like literally, it was rammed. Like I just had to use my size and push my way in front of people, and I managed to get myself as close to Holloway Road as I could. And then all of a sudden, just see a bike. Like, what? Some cyclist who's trying to go on about his day. I don't even think he was an Arsenal fan. Like, trying to get on about his day, and then, like, he's obviously got caught up in the crowd, you know, and he's trying to lift his bike, and everyone was trying to help him with his bike up so he could, I don't know, sort of like, what them things that musicians do when they jump into the crowd? He was trying to do that with his bike. So everyone was trying to help him move his bike along. And everyone was chanting, Arsenal, Arsenal. So I decided to do my own chant. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. And then everyone joined in. Everyone joined in. Like it was honestly, bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know why this thing is all of a sudden.
Bicycle! 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 Bicycle!
You can see people up on the tree. Like literally, like, bro, how high man them had to climb to get up that tree. Like, I don't think you lot understand. In fact, let me like you lot need to see the size of that tree. You need to see the size of that tree. I don't even know how these lot got up there.
Bicycle! Bicycle! Bicycle!
Yeah, okay, this is quite annoying. This little freezing business.
Bicycle! Bicycle!
Look at that. Look at my guy there at the very top. He's had to climb over like 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 different branches to get to the top. That is nuts. That is a skilled climber. All right, do you know what? Let's stop this. The sharing thing's quite annoying. There we go. Yeah, it's quite annoying. Sorry, people. I didn't expect it to be flipping this slow. Crowd surf. That's the word I was looking for, man. Goal says, yeah, I'm very happy with the title win, but I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it does hurt. The Champions League defeat still hurts. I'm not going to lie. It still hurts. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, let's hold on 1 sec, people. Let me end this one. Okay, let's just stick to this one. Let's stick to this one. Yeah, the Champions League defeat still hurts, man. Not gonna lie to you, but take this from me, bro. We went 6-7 seasons without Champions League. And then when we got in the Champions League, we got to the quarterfinals. And then we got to the semi-finals. And now we got to the finals. Like, the progression is there. The progression is clear. In fact, you could even look at it this way. And this is where a lot of the bottom gooners are having issues, yeah? Oh, there they go, talking about they never lost in the Champions League this season, but where's the trophy? Where's the trophy? Like, that's what they're going to point at. That's going to be their little thing now to argue about. Arsenal are the only team to go undefeated in the Champions League and not win it, because they love all that negative stuff that they claim to call realism or realistic, or whatever the terminology is, yeah? Like, but you can't argue with progression. You just can't. Bearing in mind, majority of this team had never played in the Champions League. Just Think about that for a second. Saka had never played in the Champions League. Martinelli had never played in the Champions League. Trossard had never played in the Champions League. Our defense had never played in the Champions League. And then in two seasons, we had reached a Champions League final for the first time in 20 years. And it came to penalties. It came to penalties. And you might argue, I still believe, yeah, and I know it sounds crazy, but that ref was paid off. Nobody can tell me any different. Because if that was Dembele against Mascara or Dembele against Hincapié, that's a penalty all day long. And it literally came down to that. And we could have gained back our advantage. So, yeah, I know it hurts, but you can't deny progression. We saw the progression with the league finishes. It was it 8th, 5th, and then we jumped from 5th to 2nd. Second Premier League champions. You just can't deny it. You can't deny we are competing. You can't deny we are up there now. You can't deny we have one of the league's best managers. You remember, he walked into Arsenal in his 30s. No managerial experience. He had, I don't care what anyone says, yeah, but he had clowns like Aubameyang, yeah? I don't care what no one says, bro. Aubameyang, yes, he was a phenomenal striker for us, bro, but that brother was not serious for Arsenal. He was not serious at all. Everything was just a joke for him. Even when we won the FA Cup, he drops the flipping cup. He's laughing, and I get it. But that was the attitude he held while being at Arsenal. Everything was just a jolly up for him. Arsenal beat Brighton. He's in the bar. He's in the locker room dancing. Bro, we haven't even won nothing, and you're here doing all these vibes. Now you can vibes. Win something and vibes. It was the same thing Roy Keane used to say about Man United, Pogba and Lingard. Why are you man dancing? We've won nothing. And Oba was a senior player and he had influence over the likes of Pepe, Guendouzi, him and Laka. Like that. It was mad. Maitland-Niles. Nothing was serious at that club. And Mikel Arteta literally had to come and clean up. And I keep saying it, and that for me was the turning point for me. When he dropped Aubameyang in the North London derby, yeah, lose that game, the fans would have turned on him even more. But we won that game. But besides that, I looked at him, I said, yeah, this guy has the balls, the cojones. I've seen Fergie do it. I've seen Mourinho. I've seen every top boss do that. Make an example out of the guys who are the untouchables. Every gang, every mob boss does that. You know what, yeah? I know it's going to sound a bit left field, but Vladimir Putin is a great example of it. If you lot have watched his rise to the top, he has put people where they're never coming back from, bro. And when he done that, because I'd never seen Wenger do it. Wenger was such he used to allow so much bullshit to get away, just as long as you performed. Just as long as 3 p.m. on a Saturday, 4 p.m. on a Sunday, whatever, you performed. Arteta was like, nah, it starts from the changing room and then it goes on to the pitch. I was done with Oba from a long time. And most people, you know, like if you lot see my my first ever AFTV interview, when I said, you know what, get rid of Aubameyang's goals, he's just a light-skinned Danny Welbeck. And even then, when I think back, I actually think I was actually being disrespectful to Welbeck. You know, because Welbeck used to give us a lot more. Like, if Oba's not scoring, he's not offering nothing to us. He became a captain by default because of what happened with Xhaka. But he was never a captain. And I think Aubameyang would have been a tremendous player if he had other serious professionals around him. He walked in, the Wenger just leaving, Laka, who was French, who was his, you know, his brethren, and standards had dropped. But he walked into there and automatically was a senior member. And I think he only had sort of Xhaka to contend with, and maybe Ozil. And then Ozil sort of left, and then. But I think Abba works when you've got a serious set of squad players. Do you get what I'm saying? He works well like that. But once there's no one there around and he's the leader, it's like teenagers. Like, you know, when teenagers become fathers and mothers, like, what you expect this 15-year-old, 16-year-old to be the father that, do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so he had to come and do that. And he got a lot of stick from it. But for me, that was my turning point. That was when I went from Arteta out to, Arteta in. It was at that moment. And a lot of people didn't agree with it. But I couldn't see why people couldn't. Because we can get another striker. In fact, Oba got that £300 grand contract. And his levels are dipped. He's not turning up to training. He's late to training. Club was giving him permission to go over to France to visit his mother. He's come back late, concocted one excuse and this, that. And it was just like, bruv, what are you doing? This is my club, bruv. This is my club. What are we doing? And that's why I will forever be grateful to Mikel Arteta, bro. I will forever be grateful to Mikel Arteta. Now we've won the league. Now he's got over that line, as everyone keeps pushing that saying, got over the line, get over the line. He's got over the line. Pep was there to witness him get over the line. Rodri was there to witness him get over the line. Spanish Brendan Rodgers, all them talks that all these guys used to wheel up every fucking game, every fucking season. And oh yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's won the league once. We were right 5 or 6 seasons ago. But surely you must have egg on your face. Surely there's egg on your face, because one thing you did say is that he can't win the league. He can't win major honours with Arsenal. That's what you said. Now you've got egg on your face. All the statistics that you lot pull up. Oh, but he's been given £1 billion and this, that, and all those things now are irrelevant now, aren't they? Aren't they? If you're a real Arsenal fan, just put your hand up and say, do you know what? I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I didn't like him because of whatever reasons you have. But some people are doubling back saying, well, he's only done it one season. And he didn't win us the Champions League. He's lost 2 cup finals. He's lost 2 cup finals. You shifted the goalpost again. A club that's never won the Champions League. Because I doubt if he would have won the Champions League, you'd have shifted. You just still found something else. Anyway, but like I said, the club had a big shake-up. It was needed. The rebuild was needed. It wasn't just on the pitch. It was off the pitch. One thing he said was, I need to reconnect the fans back to the club. That was the one thing. And I heard him say that. And I was thinking, what's this bozo talking about? Like, I got so used to the toxic side of Arsenal, that I didn't think I could love Arsenal again. My brain couldn't comprehend loving my club again. So when he was saying that, I was thinking, all this stuff sounds nice to say. I couldn't even imagine the last time I loved Arsenal. I honestly, genuinely think it was that Invincible season. It was the last time I genuinely felt like I loved the club from my heart. Because year after year after year after year, bullshit. Get to a final against Birmingham. Bullshit. We lose that final. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, guys, give me 1 second. Yes, people. Sorry about that. Someone at the door. Yeah. So I was losing so much love for this club, so much, and just to see us operate, not even like a big club, but just like a normal club again, like just like a normal club. You know, Edu done his stuff, cool. You know, he was part of that process. Arteta's doing his stuff, and now we've got Berta, and now it just feels like we can buy any player we want. We can buy any player we want. Because before, we was never in that conversation. We was dealing with people's scraps. We were dealing with people's scraps. But right now, we are at a place now where if we want, we can get. Just like a normal club. And just to add this title again makes us like brings us back to glory. Brings us back to glory. Champions of Europe, we'll never sing that. Again, hold on to that, bro. Arsenal fans aren't pissed that you think we would be. You were not pissed as you think we would be. You already seen the shirt sales of Gabby Magalhaes. He missed the penalty. What do Arsenal fans do the next day? They respond by going out to buy his kits. They go out there to buy his shirts. What other club does that? This is what I'm saying. You lot can keep these chants. And Geordie, like you says, bro, how long you gonna sing that for? That song soon come to an end. Soon come to an end. Soon come to an end. But the progression, you can't deny the progression. You cannot deny the progression. All right. So anyway, back to this. Let me see if it's going to play. Let me see. Add to scene. Is it going to play? No. Should I do it this way? Nope. Do it this way? No. Do it this way? Which one's better? Let me see. I think this one's better. All right. Let's press play. Should we load it up? I don't know why it's so slow. I have no idea. Bro, they were playing gigs. People are talking the hard. Your thoughts as an artist. Cheese. Caught in the market. I mean, bro. Culture club. Culture club. Culture club. Like, you just couldn't. Like, to be fair, I've never been to a Chelsea parade, never been to a Tottenham parade, never been to a Man United parade. So I don't know what they keep up with. But for sure, none of it has been as big as this. This has literally been officially been declared and confirmed the biggest parade in England's history. The biggest. I mean, Liverpool fans are here trying to stay relevant. Oh yeah, we our parade was bigger. Now they're doing a parade trophy now. Like, no, you're not even England's 5th biggest city. How do you claim you're going to have more people than Arsenal? It just doesn't make sense. Just doesn't make sense. And I want to know why this thing is behaving. Like, out of all the days, this thing's behaving like this. I don't quite get it. What's all the spinning about? It's doing my head in. It's absolutely doing my head. Do you know what? Should we stop sharing? Yeah, let's stop sharing. Let's stop sharing. Let's get back to normality, man. Because it's I think it's slowing down the stream. It's slowing down the stream. Let's less of that. Less of that. Anyway, Shane, big up yourself, Shane. I see you, my brother. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let's. What are we doing here? Okay, remove from scene. There we go. We're here. We're back. We're back to normality. There we go. Oops. No, we'll do it like this. All right. No, should we do it like this? Better. Yeah. Signings now. Transfer market. The transfer market. So we've gone in early. We've gone in early with, is it 15 or 16-year-old Jeremy Monga. I can't lie, people. You're not going to have to educate me on him. I think I did see him play one time for Leicester. And why I do remember seeing him play was he was so young, he couldn't, he was wearing the Leicester kit, and I'm sure Leicester is sponsored by a betting company, that he was the only one whose shirt didn't have the betting sponsors on. So I do remember that. And I do remember in that game he came on, had a little touches here and there, but it wasn't his fault, but it didn't really have an impact on the game. But from what I saw, he looked all right. He was young, but it looks like he will be our first signing next to Hincapié, who of course was on loan last season. So we'll look to make that that deal permanent. I imagine so. I don't imagine that there'll be any competitors coming in to hijack that, because I'm sure it was with obligation to buy, due to the FFP regulations. We had to structure it as a loan. So yeah, so it'll be him and Hincapié. Now there's talks of Vlahovic. Do you know what? I don't mind Vlahovic. If Vlahovic is coming in on a free, I know Jesus will have to go, I imagine. Not even have to, he has to go. His injury record, I'm sure he wants to get playing time. Everton are interested in him. West Ham interested. Tottenham also interested. Weird. 15 to 20 mil if we can get that for him. I think that's decent. But if he goes, I think it makes sense to bring Vlahovic in on a free. A different profile to Jesus. He's more of a striker. I think Jesus, for me, is more of a winger slash striker. I think Vlahovic just is good to have. Is good to have. He can compete with Havertz and Gyökeres. He's tall, very strong. He's still sort of like in that mode of Gyökeres, isn't he? A little bit. So yeah, on a free, can't go wrong. I don't know what his wage demands are gonna be like, but I would definitely explore looking into that. Just to think, a few seasons ago, they were demanding what, 50, 60 mil from it for him. I don't know. We'll take him now. Again, goes to show at that time, the structure of the club, we was not a place that serious people want to come and play football. Maybe now makes a bit more sense, and even on a cheap, I don't see why not. We'll look at the Arsenal squad. Let's have a look. I do think there's players that we need to get, that we need to move on now, and that's why I make the title about sentiments. I don't know how you lot are still feeling about certain players. Are you lot sentimental? My big sentimental player I'm very sentimental on, bro, is, where is he? He's forward, isn't it? This guy, bro. Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli confuses me, guys. I'll be honest with you. We bought him for cheap. He came in with under Emery. No one knew who he was. Brazilian. He came in as a striker, actually, and then got sort of moved to the wing. I don't know, because of his pace or whatever. But he had that brilliant season where he just couldn't stop scoring goals. And he's still young, and he almost feels like an academy player. I have that sort of affinity with him and Saka. I almost feel like they came through the academy together. Of course, he didn't come through the academy because we bought him from, was it 3rd or 4th division Brazil. But he is the only player in the group of players that Arsenal most likely will move on, that I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like it would hurt. Because I feel like he would go somewhere else and he would just bad it up. And I don't have that sentiment towards any of the other players. I don't have that sentiment towards Trossard. I don't have that sentiment towards Kivior, Vieira, even Nelson. Even Nelson, who did come through the academy. Nelson, who did score that goal against Bournemouth that season where we thought we was going to win the league. I just don't have that connection with Nelson. Guys, you agree with me here? Or am I talking shit? I just don't have that connection at all with Nelson. Now, another player that you lot can see there is Ethan. Now, I don't want Arsenal to sell Ethan. He's a baller. However, if we are going to sell Ethan, I want stupid money. The money's got to be stupid. It's got to be money you can't turn down. It can't be for the sake of need to balance the books and no. We can't do what we did with what's my boy that went to Bayern Munich from Arsenal, or flipping it, I forgot his name. German guy now. His name's left my brain. German guy. What's his name, guys? Chat, let me know. You don't know what my memory's like. German guy. What's his name again? Flipping it. How can he leave my? How can his name just leave my brain? But we can't do that. Just sell him for the sake of selling. This guy's got to be worth top dollar. Made his debut at 15. He scored a handful of goals for Arsenal. There's got to be money you can't refuse. Yeah? So Nelson, I expect to go. Nelson should fetch 20 to 25 mil. Kivior, I'm expecting to go. I think that's a 20, 25 mil for that deal. Fabio Vieira, I think they're haggling. Serge Gnabry, thank you very much, bro. Serge Gnabry. You don't know, my memory's terrible. My memory's terrible, bro. My memory's terrible. It's actually frightening. Yeah? But if we're going to make these sales, bro, they've got to be something crazy. Vieira, 12, 15 mil. I'm sure Kyle Hine is already gone. I'm sure on a permanent already. I can't remember how much that was for. Now, how many players is that? So realistic players to go. Nelson, Kivior, Vieira, so that's 3. Let's look. Trossard, 4. Martinelli, 5. Jesus, 6. These are realistic players. I know people are dashing in Zubimendi in this. That doesn't make sense. He signed last season. Realistically, he's not going to go. Arsenal have won the league with him in our midfield for majority of the season. So that doesn't make sense. Odegaard is interesting. But I don't know how realistic that is. That the captain, again, he's captain Arsenal to our league to our first league title in 22 years. I don't know how realistic that is. He's got a World Cup to go to. I don't know. I'm not as attached to Odegaard. In fact, yeah, it sounds crazy. I'm more attached and feel more sentiments towards Martinelli than I do to Odegaard. I really am. Norgard, realistically, he could go. So that's what, 7. Marino, I don't think Marino's going. Lewis Skelly, hell to the flipping no. Get your greasy hands off of Miles. Hell to the no. I'll start a riot over Miles. Plain and simple. This is my flipping guy. So he's staying. So I heard the rumors earlier in the season, and I think, he wanted to play. Maybe his agent was trying to force Arteta into like remembering that this guy still exists. And I think he's found his role in that midfield. Calafiori, interesting. Jose Mourinho wants him. Fabrizio was reporting that Real Madrid won him. Personally, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I think that's a downgrade. That's a downgrade. Right now, where Real Madrid are, that's a downgrade. I'm not talking about their heritage and their history, but where the club is currently right now. They're all over the shop. They've had to bring in the substitute teacher to try clean up. They've had to bring back the old headmaster, the one who knows the school and the classes very well. They've had to bring him back. Do you get what I'm saying? But realistically, could he go? Possibly. But I think every player above here is... Oh, Ben White. Add Ben White to the list as well. I love Benji, man, but I do think it's time to move him on. Guys, let me know what you lot think. Are you moving on Benji? Are you moving on Hincapié? Sorry, Hincapié, God forbid. Are you moving on Calafiori? Odegaard? In fact, let me try and make a list. Let me make a list. So Odegaard, Norgard, Christian Norgard. Zubimendi's not leaving, so you lot just need to forget that. Jesus, Truss, Martinelli, and who else? And all these guys here that are already on loan. Kivior. I'm not spelling his name wrong. Kivior, Vieira, and Nelson. Boom. In there. If you had to get... I mean, the contentious ones for me has to be Martinelli and Owaneri. I think I really don't mind everyone else leaving. And even the goalkeeper, what we even saying with Kepa? Is Kepa even on that list? Would you dash Kepa on that list? Or do you think Kepa is a worthy number 2? Would you not even get rid of Kepa? Let's talk about that. After like the League Cup final, I was done with him. I can't lie to you, I was done with him. But again, was that because we felt as a fan at that point in time that the crumble was starting and he was sort of like the one to blame? But apart from that, every time he's played, have you been impressed with him? Could you forgive him for that one error? And look at his overall performance since he's been at Arsenal. Has it been bad? Has it been good? Is it just been mid? Can we add Kepa to that list? Or is Kepa a decent enough number 2? Is he decent? Because for me, it's not even just about wanting to sit on the bench, right? For me, it's about competition. I want every position in the Arsenal squad to be players who are fighting to be number 1 in their respective position. I want Kepa to say, I want to dethrone Raya. And big up Raya as well. He's been made Spain's number 1 now. Deservedly, by the way. But I want him to be like, I want to take Raya's head off. The same way I want Noni to have that same mentality with Saka. The same way I want Havertz to have that mentality with Gyökeres. All over the pitch, all over the squad. I want not people who are happy to sit on the bench, but people who are pissed to sit on the bench. That's the level we're at now, people. We've gone past that era where someone sat on a bench collecting wages and we as fans not receiving the dividends at the end of the season. We have to shift our mentalities. I think the manager and the club is in a good place right now for the mentality to be realistic enough to say, right, we want to move that next level now. We need to get the right players in now. And we need to also get rid of the right players as well. So from going forward now, I expect every Arsenal signing, sales to be, well, this window anyway, this coming window, to smash the Oxlade-Chamberlain record, at least double. By at least double. I think we need to raise 150, 170 mil off of sales this window. And I also think to get us to the next level, we need to spend almost what Liverpool spent last season, the 400 mil mark. But we need to do it effective. Who are the players to come in? Everyone's looking at what's his name? Kvaratskhelia. I can never say the brother's name, man. You lot, Kvaratskhelia. I can't pronounce his name. I really can't pronounce his name. But that's going to break the bank. But he has no reason to leave. Other than like maybe he wants to play in the Premier League, but he has no reason to leave. Crescencio Somerville, I would like him at Arsenal. Can't lie. But I think obviously that left side has to be addressed. Has to be addressed. Yildiz is another option from Juve. Morgan Rogers is another one. Who else? Who else you guys got? I think defensively we're fine. But it's attacking mid or central mid, should I say, and then the left side and a striker, I believe. Because if Norgard is leaving, we're gonna have to replace him with quality, for sure. Someone, again, I keep overstressing, someone who is going to be challenging our current number one in that spot. He's just not it right now. Krupi from Bournemouth, I would take. Ryan from Bournemouth, I would take. I think like we need 5-6 players at a minimum, especially if players are going. I did 8 players going? So at a minimum, 6-7 players at a minimum. Granted, some of them are already on loan. Or, if you don't want to get a striker, and I know this might sound a bit controversial, but not really, maybe try Martinelli as a striker. He's different from the profile we currently have. He's quick. And believe it or not, he can finish. He's a bit Theo Walcott-like. Give him time, he fucks up. But everything off the cuff, he's brilliant. Should we maybe move Martinelli centrally? But we need to bring in 2 players for that left-hand side. We have to bring in 2 players for that left-hand side. But Bradley Barcola, I don't know, man. Guys, I don't know. Barcola for me is not, I don't know. Like, quick, super quick. But it's like when he sees the goal, he turns into Stevie Wonder. Prime Stevie Wonder at that, whatever that means. Yeah. Prime Stevie Wonder at that. He doesn't excite me. Like, I spoke to Josh Kroenke. Yeah, you lot saw the video on my channel. I spoke to Josh Kroenke. Literally, he was having a conversation with Kroenke. And he said to me, be more excited. Even did that. He did that. If you man are from ends, yeah, I'm sure this is a worldwide thing. You know, when someone does that. Wicked. He done that. Go back, check the video. Be even more excited. Barcola doesn't give me that excitement. Like, when I'm talking about that left-hand side deserves a marquee signing. We've had our marquee signing with Gyökeres and Eze last season. Yeah? We need that marquee signing on that left-hand side. For sure. For sure. Let me get back to the screen because I'm actually away from the screen. Let me get back, see some of you lot's comments. how much do you think we'll spend? We'll have to spend like I said, like what Liverpool spent last season. But we just have to be wise with it. And what's crazy is if you look at Liverpool signing at the outset, everyone said they had the best window. They're already champions. They've added Isak to it. They've added Wirtz. They've added Ekitike, Frimpong, Kirkes. Like, it was the perfect window for Liverpool. But for some reason, they just could not compete. You could put it down to Arsenal just being that phenomenal because Liverpool had a good start to the season. Ekitike couldn't stop scoring, but then they faded out after game week 7, 8, and just found their troubles. So we need to do something like that because those are good signings, and I do believe they'll come good. Kirkes was badding it up at Bournemouth. I didn't really know too much about Ekitike. He wasn't really on my radar. But I know what Isak was doing last season, or the season before, should I say. So all of it made sense. And Wirtz, it made sense. We would need to spend like that to retain the Premier League, something we've never done. Something we've never done. Is it because Saka and Martinelli were ones that gave us hope? I don't know. Oh, you're talking about let me just go through you lot's comments, man. I think you're talking about my sentimentality towards Martinelli. Let me go through some of you lot's comments. What's this Peter guy saying? Spurs, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Man United. Here's this. Hey, Peter, you're a Dumbo, man. You're a bozo. You must be young. You must be young. You must be. Man just mentioned West Ham and said Arsenal have never won a European Cup. Peter, you're either young or a bozo, or both. A young bozo. Antonio, big up Antonio, says, hopefully we can win the Champions League next season. For sure. I think that's got to be a target for us, man. Bianca Rose, the lady with the beautiful hair. Big up Bianca from the States. It's the hope that kills you. We just need to get to the semis next season. Listen, we are a decent squad. We're a decent team. We didn't get to the finals last season or this season, or last season, without being decent. If you look at our pathway to it, we led the championship table. We won every game. Every game. Stricter, keep Trossard. He's a valuable player. Need to get rid of Jesus, Nelly, and Madueke is not going nowhere. Like, if we're talking about realistic players, Madueke is not going nowhere. He just arrived. He just arrived. I mean, is that really realistic? Is that realistic? Tonali is another one, of course. But is Tonali, Shane, is Tonali a marquee? I mean, I would take Tonali, but is he priority? Is Sandro Tonali priority? Now, with Skelly coming into the fold, is it going to be one of them ones? Well, we could have spent that money in other areas. I think I would have agreed with you prior to Skelly moving into that midfield. But I don't know. If he comes in, I'm not mad at it, but I don't think it's priority. Krupi is a must, in my opinion, says goals 27. Krupi, I would snatch your fucking hand off for that kid. I would snatch your flipping hand off for that kid. I mean, goals, pace, shoots from outside the box. Everything with him is finesse. I think he might be the closest thing to Henry, and it sounds crazy because so many young players of that ilk gets that Henry tag. to me, he looks like the closest thing to Henry. And for those of you ones who never watch Henry play, like, that is a huge compliment. That is a huge compliment. So you don't want any Chelsea? No, we don't want any Chelsea players, bro. We don't want any Chelsea. We're done. We're done. That pot is closed. We put a lid on that pot. In fact, put that whole pot in the bin, bro. There's nobody in that Chelsea team that would start for Arsenal. Nobody. Argue with your mother. Nobody in that Chelsea team squad is getting into the Arsenal team. No, not one. Not one. I don't look at any Chelsea player and think, not Cole Palmer, not Enzo, nobody. And that's not because of how Chelsea ended up last season. I just don't see it. I can look at other teams and say, yeah, I like this guy. For instance, Szoboszlai for Liverpool, I'll take for Arsenal. Konate, I'll take Konate. I don't think he would start for Arsenal, but I'd get him in the squad. Why not? Why not? But let's revisit that Martinelli as a striker. Let's revisit that conversation. If we're not able to get another striker, yeah, and I'm not saying he will be the main striker, but I'm saying convert him to a striker. So essentially, he becomes the third striker outside of Gyökeres, Havertz, even Martin, even what's his name, Marino. But I just think he offers something different. He offers something different. The risk is he's only done it for one season. That what Kripke? Yeah, that's always the risk. That's always the risk. But there's also the risk that someone else takes him and you're like, and he's badding it up and you're like, why didn't we get him when we could have got him? And he would come to Arsenal. A lot of these guys love Arsenal, bro. They love Arsenal. There's just something about our club that is just different from every other club. And we are in London. Most players love living in London. It's the only time during their playing career they get to experience living in the capital of Europe. Don't care what nobody says. London is the capital of Europe. There's everything here. Jordy says, yeah, he moves like Henry. I wouldn't take Cole Palmer, man. I don't see it with Cole Palmer. I really don't see it. I don't see it. Need to cash in on Martinelli, man. Time's up. And this is the thing. I hear it, people. I hear it. And I don't know why I'm sentimental to Martinelli. And you know, ask any of my friends, they'll tell you. When it comes to sentiment, I said sentiment died a long time ago with me. I think sentiment died with Van Persie. When Van Persie left, and I was like, all right, cool. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. But of course, there's some players that you would sort of, nah, not him. Not him. Not him. Not him. You know, but I think Martinelli, he could add, you know, I spoke about earlier about raising 170 mil, 150 mil from sales. I think Martinelli could add to a large percentage of that number, of that figure, for sure. For sure, Martinelli could add to that. You know, him. Ethan. Ethan. What are you lot saying with Ethan? What are you lot saying with Ethan? Is that a no-go area? Is that he's got to get another chance at Arsenal? He's got to get another season at Arsenal. But you look now, Max Dowman's coming into the frame. What's this come off, removed from scene. Max Dowman's coming into the frame now. That's sort of slightly pushed him off. And then if you want to play him down to 10, you've got Eze, who's slightly, again, pushed him off. But not. He's closer in that central midfield than he is on the right wing. Because he's got 4 to contend with. He's got, 3 in front of him. Saka, Dowman, Madueke. Whereas in that 10, he's got Eze and Odegaard. You know. I wouldn't. I don't know with Ethan, man. I don't want Ethan to go on loan. I don't want Ethan to go on loan. I really don't want Ethan to go on loan. I would rather crazy, but I would rather Dalman go on loan. 'Cause I feel Ethan is slightly ahead of Dalman. And don't get me wrong, Dalman had a great season last season. I mean, look at his age, phenomenal. But then again, who's gonna give him that care at that age better than his parent club? So I don't know, man. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of I say one thing and then I say another. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones. Offside trap says sell Odegaard. He had 12 touches in the final. I'm not against Odegaard. But is Odegaard realistic? And again, if we're going to sell any of our players, yeah, outside of Nwaneri and the players on loan, it's got to be 50 plus, bro. If my captain is going, it's got to be 50, 60 mil. I'm not trying to hear anything less than that. So I think as much as it's important the players coming in, is the players going out that will make things happen. That's what I think. Is the players going out that will make things happen. World Cup, I think majority of our players are in the World Cup. So that would be a good shopping window for some of them. I don't know if Vieira is Vieira in the let's look at the Portuguese. Did Vieira make the Portuguese team? Let's have a look. No, I think Vieira's already sold, so there's no even need to check. I think Vieira's that was a loan with obligation, wasn't it? Obligation to buy it. So I don't even need to worry about that. I think he's going. But if they're arguing about price, then maybe the shop window in the World Cup will help us have, let's see, full squad. Let's look at the Portuguese full squad. Outfield players, Diaz, who's Fabio Vieira? I don't even think he even made it. He didn't make the squad, you know. Nelson Semedo, Ruben Diaz, Dallo. No, I don't think he made the squad. No, he didn't make the squad. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. He didn't make the squad. Rafael Leao, hell to the flipping no. Hell to the no. Rafael Leao, for me, doesn't get in the Arsenal team. He doesn't get in the Arsenal team. He's another one that flatters to deceive. He's another YouTube highlight merchant. I have made a point to watch Rafael Leao play football. And every time I've watched him play, I say, hell no. In fact, I'm even more convinced. Rafael Leao would be a good signing for Crystal Palace. He would be a good signing for Crystal Palace. And in fact, I'm even being nice. He would be an okay signing for Crystal Palace. No way. Leao and Barcola, in fact, yeah. I think even Barcola's got more. But hell no. General Dre, I'm not Odegaard's biggest fan, but you got to let the captain try and retain. Yeah, man. Yeah. But again, I'm not against it. For me, it's about the money we're getting. Guys, don't forget to slap the likes, please. Guys, just for a second, stop what you're doing. Guys in the chat, just hit the likes for me. And in fact, even better, hit the hype. Let's get the algorithm gods on our side. You got 5 seconds to do that, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, One, hit the likes. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone in the chat. But who's our most valuable player to sell? I think it's got to be Odegaard and Nwaneri, right? It's got to be Odegaard and Nwaneri. Who's this? It's got to be Odegaard and Nwaneri, surely. Like that, those two alone should be north of 90 or even 100. Yes, tech guy, 3380. Big up yourself, bro. Yes, I will keep going, my bro. Thank you very much. Bro, we're on 10K, people. We're on 10K. Road to 20 starts now. Road to 20 starts now. People do disrespect Odegaard too much, and I don't get it. I really don't get it because he's class. But you know, I think a lot of people, yeah, I think a lot of people, I'm not saying people don't have their mind, yeah, but there are a lot of people who don't have their mind. Let's have that right. There are a lot of people who watch other Arsenal content creators, yeah, the bottom gooners, and they hang off of what these guys say. Now, what I'm saying is, if we got rid of him, I want decent money. But he's not someone I'm like, dethrone him of captaincy. Get rid. I don't quite get it. You have to remember, the squad picked him as their captain. They had a vote. They said, this is my leader. You can argue. I like Big Gabby. I think Big Gabby's like aesthetically my kind of captain. Because I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, when I think about a captain, I like to think of my captain like the one who gets in the way of anyone trying to fight the team, the rest of the team. He's the one that, he's the big bro. Gabby Magalhaes fits that. So does like Declan Rice. But I think when I think big bro, I think Big Gabby. But I also understand modern football ain't like what it used to be. It isn't the John Terrys, it isn't the Tony Adams, the Sol Campbells, the Vidic, the Roy Keanes, the Vieiras. It's not that way anymore. Like, you can lead by just being peaceful, because the game isn't what the game used to be. But yeah, 100%, I don't quite get the Odegaard disrespect. It's even way overboard. But again, I put it down to people that just consume those content from those guys. Because we're not going to sit here and act like Odegaard isn't a baller. We're not going to sit here and act like Odegaard hasn't got tech. Let's not do that. When Gyökeres signed for Arsenal, I saw the video. He said, I want my assist from Odegaard. Odegaard has had a lot of injury problems these last few seasons. And for this season alone, 3 consecutive home games, the guy came off in the first half. He's the captain. I was so happy to see him lift that trophy. I was so happy to see him lift that trophy. So realistically for me, I don't think he's going anywhere. Unless it's for a stupid amount of money that you cannot refuse. That you cannot refuse. When you watch him in person and when you watch him on TV, again, and this is the point I've always made. I always make this point and people attack me for it. They think I'm doing holier than thou or I know more than you. No. When you go to a football game, the experience with your eyes and the pitch is different. What you watch on TV is different to what you see when you're sat in the stands watching the game. I can't tell you how different. Chalk and cheese, Venus, Mars. It is so different. I would even go as far as telling you where you sit in the stadium also adds to that difference. So if you're sitting behind the goal, you see the game different to when you sit halfway line or whatever. It is so different. So when you watch him live, He doesn't hide. He wants the ball. He's so confident. Oppositions don't even want to get near. They allow him to have space because it's pointless trying to press him. He's so press resistant. But I don't know what it is. When you watch him on TV, all those things I say go out the window. Do you get what I'm saying? It goes out the window. It goes out the window. I honestly can't explain it. Who's this? Oh, I need to cancel that, don't I? But yeah. So our next thing now is the players that go out. Guys, throw some names at me. Players coming in. Throw some names at me. Players coming in. Now, like you guys know, the left side is definitely an issue. I think defense was sort of all right. Maybe Ben White goes. Maybe we need another right back. But I do think there are players that can play in that role. But maybe you want a specialist, not just someone who's versatile. You need someone who's a specialist in that area. So yeah, throw some names at me. Odegaard had 12 touches in the final. Where was the tech? I mean, you're isolating one game, bro. You're isolating one game. A lot of players had a terrible final. A lot of players had terrible. Listen. Just the way we played, we just couldn't hold the ball. Saka had a terrible final. But yeah, it's dumb for me getting rid of Odegaard. I think I need more convincing, bro. I need more convincing. Captain, for God's sake, captain. But yeah, throw some names at me. I've already said I don't want Rafael Leao. Barcola, I don't want him because I know the price is gonna be high there as well. Who else is there? Yildiz, like, what's happening with Yildiz? Kavaska, bruv, someone help me with this brother's name, bro. Someone help me with his name. I can never say this guy's name. In fact, let me get Google to help me. You don't know I'm bad. My memory's shit, and I'm bad with pronunciations. Kvaratskhelia. Pronounce his name. Okay, he's got a video where he's actually pronouncing his name.
Kvaratskhelia.
What is the weirdest way?
Hold on.
Khvicha Kvaratskhelia.
What is the weirdest? Watch me try.
Kvaratskhelia. No, that's not how you say it.
My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, but you can call me Kvara.
Oh.
My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, but you can call me Kvara. My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, but you can call me Kvara. My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia.
Go ahead, man.
My name is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia. I got it. Kvaratskhelia. You've just got to say it differently to what it's spelled, bro. It's like knife spelled with a K rather than a N-I-F-E. Kvaratskhelia. I got it. Kvaratskhelia. I got it. Kvaratskhelia. I got it. Simple. Just needed to put some time to it. But yeah, I still need names, guys. I need names and areas. I need names and areas, man. I need names and areas. I mean, the left-hand side, we know that already, but is there any other area you guys would improve on? I made suggestions to the goalkeeping. area, does Kepa have the quality to push Raya? Because Raya does need pushing. Knife only steel sharpens steel. Knife sharpen knife. So, yeah. Let me know, guys. Throw some names at me, man. Like I said, 2 signings already. The obvious one is, of course, Piero Hincapié will turn his loan to a permanent. And then the teenager, Jeremy Munga, who I've seen play on the left. Of course, I've seen highlights. I'm not really a guy that goes off of highlights. I think highlights are an indicator, but I like to watch games. Highlights, no. I like watch games. Highlights, no. I like watch games. Rodrigo's another one. I think Rodrigo's injured right now. I think he's got ACL, Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo got ACL. So that one's is touchy. Because you never really know how, especially explosive players, you never really know how they recover from it. You know, he's pacey, but that ACL's it's a son of a bitch, man. It's a son of a bitch. Throw some more names. Let me go on Twitter. What's Twitter saying? Let's go Twitter. Let's go Twitter. Share screen. Share. But I think Twitter around this time is quite techie, man, because there's a lot of people just trying to make their accounts go big. So they're just making up mad rumors. Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your source, man. You gotta have your source. Say it's a sensitive topic. Martinelli looks like he's going in it. I read that post he made. I just love the kid, bro. I don't know, man. All right, cool. AFTV here has announced Emmanuel Mbemba, a highly rated young defender, could be on his way to Arsenal this summer. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't need him. I don't need him. Who's this guy? Ife Ibrahim. Oh yeah, he played. I saw him play in the League Cup, wasn't it? Arsenal should think twice before allowing Leandro Trossard to leave this summer. If there was a way to make Trossard 4 years younger, he'd be one of the first names on the team sheet and could improve and could help deliver multiple Champions League titles. Is that... And you know what makes sense? Because Martinelli is more valuable. You get more selling Martinelli in terms of finance and could raise money. You wouldn't really get that with Trossard. So it makes more sense, if you're looking at a bigger picture, to keep Trossard and get rid of Martinelli. Then we'd have to offer Trossard a contract of another 2 years. How old is Trossard? Trossard's what, 29, I think, Trossard? How old is Trossard? I'm pretty sure it's like 29. How old is Trossard? Whoa, shit. I'm wrong. Bro, he's 31. He's 31. Can only offer him another year. Can only offer him another year. Could only offer him another year. What's this? Whose account is that? Osama. That's a mad thing. That's a mad thing. All right, okay, look at this one now. Okay, this is what I was actually looking for. 50 mil, Leao, 70 mil, Diomande, 100 mil, Yildiz, Rodrigo, 60 mil, Barcola, 80 mil. I've forgotten how to even pronounce the brother's name. It's taking me 4 minutes to forget how to... Kvaratskhelia. Hey, Is man, I got the memory of Homer Simpson, bro. But for me, there's only two options on this list, man. Kvaratskhelia and Yildiz, man. For me, those are the targets I feel absolutely take us to that next level. I'm talking about, we've already got the defensive structure already there. We've already got the spine. But I think you add these guys, bro, we are flying. We are flying. Imagine the defense. Imagine being so well built. I'm not talking about going gym and working on your upper body and neglecting your legs. Or in this case of Arsenal, we've done the legs, but the upper body is small. We would be in proportion. Defense to match the attack and attack to match the defense. Nobody's touching us. Literally could have the league wrapped up as early as February, March. Then we concentrate on the Champions League. That is what these lot will do for Arsenal. That is what these lot will do for Arsenal. My God. So I just received, yeah. Imagine that. Because for so long, we have had a lopsided issue. One stage, our defense was weak, but our forward line was all right when we had Aubameyang on that right-hand side. He was even on the left when Oba was on the right. Pepe was on the right. And then, yeah, we looked lopsided. We've just never had that balance. We've just never had that balance. We've literally 2 signings away from having the mad thing. From having the mad thing. Shout out to Napshot Studio. Much love from Singapore, Big Stricto. All these rumors, and we'll probably go and extend Trossard and Nelly. They like, bro. That's the old Arsenal, man. That's the old Arsenal. That's the old Arsenal. We've moved past that now. We've moved past that. We're on to bigger things now. Get Kvaratskhelia, Krupi, and Bruno Guimaraes, and the ops. All my enemies are dead. All my enemies are dead. All my enemies are dead. All my enemies gonna cry. All my enemies don't die because all my enemies are dead. That would be crazy. That would be nuts. That would be nuts. No, you can't. Come on. We can't go from that statement to Ceballos in midfield. No. Please, no. God, no. But we do know our issue is attack and creativity, bro. Maybe even Eze might have an influence next season. Eze might have an influence next season. So we wait and see how because we do have a number 10. We do have a number 10. I can't lie, yeah. Out of all the waters, yeah, I think Boxing's the worst one, you know. Boxing's the worst one. I'm a water drinker. You lot need to get to know about this one. You lot need to know about this one. Saka. Honestly, the nicest water out of the lot. You can taste the difference. Water's not just water. It tastes lighter. It tastes lighter. Why has this come back on the screen? Ugh. But you know, I'm still learning to navigate this shit. But okay, let's go again. Share screen. Okay, share, add. I think I need to jump onto what do you not call it again? StreamYard. I need to jump onto StreamYard. But yeah. Arteta loves Martinelli like Maradona loved Aguero and gave his daughter. Yo, that is bananas, bro. That is bananas. Oh my God, brother, that is crazy. That is crazy. But realistically, guys, with this current squad that we have, does this squad retain the league next season? Give me a simple yes or no. Give me a simple yes or no. That comment is still there. That comment is fucking hilarious. Oh my days. That is wild. That is wild. I don't think I love another. Bruv, I've got 3 daughters. There ain't a man on earth that I'm like, yo, here, take my daughter. That's crazy. That's wild. And you know what is, yeah? Martinelli literally is, he does everything Arteta tells him to do. Defend, press, run. And he doesn't complain. He's a manager's dream. No manager wants to work with any difficult players. You want a player who's going to listen to your command and do it to the best of his ability. All right, we could win the league, but definitely not the Champions League. I mean, considering it was only a penalty kick away from the Champions League. So I don't know. But I do think this team, this squad, is good enough to retain the league. But I think I don't want the sweating again. I don't want the heart palpitations. I don't want I don't need that. Bro, my hairline's already gone. How far back do you want my hairline to go? I want a team that can dominate this league. I want, like I said, come February, March, April, league is wrapped. Like those games we drew, let's say the draw against Wolves ain't happening. The draw against Forest ain't happening. The loss to Man City away ain't happening. The loss to Man United at home ain't happening. The draw to, the loss to Bournemouth at home ain't happening. The next level ensures those things don't happen. Wrap up the league and literally do what PSG do and start focusing on Champions League. Start resting players. That's what I think we need to start looking to start doing. Ain't no way like we can still be playing on nerves. Saka's shattered. Timber's shattered. And you got to also remember the World Cup as well. So a lot of the Arsenal players are going to be affected more with the World Cup because they've had a longer season. Some players have already gone on holiday. Arsenal players are straight from Champions League into World Cup squad. DG2 Champion says Matt sells backup keeper, sell Trossard to get Yildiz, left wing, sell Marino, get Rodgers, sell Jesus. Is that coming up? Sorry, that's not coming up. Let me get this up. Is it coming up? Yeah. Sell Trossard, get Yildiz, sell Marino, get Rodgers, sell Jesus, get Osimhen, Fresneda right back, and we're good to go. Bro, respectfully, that sounds like FIFA. That sounds like a man that plays FIFA. I mean, some of the players there I think are realistic. But when you say sell Jesus and get Osimhen, That ain't happening. Osimhen ain't coming to Arsenal to sit on no bench. And if you already got Gyökeres there, who's our main starter, our main number 9, yeah. I think we got to have like, oops, got a call in. I'm on live. I'll call you back, yeah?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll call you back. Yeah. I think that's a man that plays FIFA. DG, you definitely play FIFA. You're a FIFA player. In fact, was it Championship Manager? No, you play. No, brother, you definitely play. The Osimhen shout, just like, bro, if you play FIFA, you know what I'm saying? You got to level up with the chemistry, man. Bro, Jesus is a loss already. I don't mind that. I don't mind Jesus. Jesus could even go for 10, 15 mil. I'm all right with it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. But I think Vlahovic makes more sense. Because Osimhen would want crazy wages. Crazy wages that the club at the moment and how everything is structured, we can afford it. Of course we can. We've just won the Premier League. Everything, the money that's rolling in, everything's good. The club is healthy financially. We could afford it. But I think it makes more sense that if we're going to get rid of our third striker and get money for it, why don't we get another striker for free? Vlahovic makes so much sense to me. But I hear you though, bro. You know, listen, I'm laughing at you, but I'm just laughing. I'm in a good mood, bro. Don't worry about it. It's not personal. It's not personal. Trossard, give Trossard another season. He's earned it. Or has he earned it? Has Trossard earned another season? Osimhen, Gyökeres, Havertz. That's lethal. That is lethal. That is lethal. And then adding someone on the left. Oh my God. That is lethal. Sell Perez to PSG so we can beat them next season. Nah, that's harsh, man. Come on, Perez. Come on, broski, man. That's harsh. He's literally won us the league, bro. He's literally won us the league. That's harsh. His first season, yes, I admit the eye test is not the cleanest to look at, but come on, first season wins us the league, bro. Osimhen is a quality player, but his age. Bro, let me tell you like this, yeah. As a Nigerian and as a man that watches Osimhen, yeah, he's absolutely relentless. But just get ready for when he misses from 5 yards out every game, but then scores from 25 yards. Just be ready for that mix of emotions where you don't understand, bro, how are you scoring that and not scoring that? But he's relentless. He's an Arteta type player. That press is nuts. You would struggle to find a steam iron that presses like Osimhen. I can say that. You will struggle to find a steam iron that presses like Victor Osimhen. Imagine having 2 Victors in your team to lead you to victory. Mad. 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 So, yeah, that's what you get with Osimhen. That's what you get with Osimhen. That's what you get with Osimhen. But I need that left-hand side, guys. It's that left-hand side that's my issue. I need that side. Sir, that needs surgery. I want to see Doctor putting on his gloves, putting on his mask, putting on his scrubs, getting a big something out, cutting, heart monitor, beep, beep, nurse, scalp, nurse. That's what I want on that left-hand side. The right-hand side, let's not even sleep on the right-hand side either. It might not need surgery, like life-changing surgery, but the right-hand side might need a bit of cosmetic surgery. BBL. Tummy tuck. What's the lip one? What's the lip one? What do they call the lip one again? What do they call the lip thing? It might need a bit of that, you know. I don't think we should sleep on the right-hand side. I'll be honest with you lot. I love Saka. Saka's going off to the World Cup. Madueke is going off to the World Cup. Just best believe the start of next season, we're only going to have Dalman and possibly Iwaneri starting the first three, 4 games for Arsenal. We need a tummy tuck on that right-hand side. It's not emergency surgery, but we will need something there, and we'll need to go after a good start in the Premier League next season. I just hope every Arsenal player that plays in the World Cup, guys, I don't know if you're religious, bro, but my Nigeria's not in the World Cup, so I couldn't care less, right? But my prayer is everyone goes there safe and returns safer. Everyone goes there safe and returns safer. So, yeah, that's the prayer I have for this World Cup, man. And one more thing. Let's have a look at... What's this one here? Let's look at this here. Yeah, I mean, Cecil's... Let's see, what's Cecil keeping up with? Sharing... How do I share... Stop sharing. Let's stop sharing. You lot know I don't do the share thing that often. Let's do. What's this? What's this one? Bro, look at this, bro. I don't know if it's on the screen. Is it on the screen? This thing's so flipping annoying. You lot can see it. That's Cecil in Ethiopia.
Are you mad? Ethiopia, I love you, look. Yes, forward, we're coming. Alright, people, I can't tell you, look at this. Martinelli! Send on Joshua! Are you mad? Ethiopia, I love you, look. Yes, forward, we're coming. Alright, people, I can't tell you, look at this.
Yeah. AFTV are in Ethiopia. Brother, that looks absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. The AFTV Ethiopia tour is nuts. Cecil is having a blast over there, bro. Listen, people are still celebrating. We won the league 2 weeks ago. People are still celebrating. Today is 6th of June. We won the league May something. Yeah, people are still celebrating. Man. I mean, I went on tour with them to Nigeria. That was crazy. But I think since then, like, the tour has improved. They're doing stages now. It's concert size now. Because when I went on a tour, it was the first AFTV tour out of the country. So, obviously, things weren't going to be how they are now. They've learned and put things in. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. The reason everyone hates Arsenal is because their clubs ain't competing and they're scared we are back. When we was in the trenches, I never supported City, Chelsea, United to win the leagues. Bro, I was at the parade. I was at the parade, yeah. I'm seeing Man United fans. I saw a Liverpool fan. And you know what, yeah? This is how you know Arsenal as a fan base, yeah? We're actually a great fan base. Not one of them guys got into a fight. Not one of them got into a punch up. Because let's have it right. We could have done all of that. But we just obviously bantered them and it was just vibes after that. What business do I have going to a Chelsea match? Even if I wasn't in an Arsenal shirt, what business do I have? The vibes was there at the Arsenal parade, man. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. There you go. You saw Liverpool. You see, I wasn't the only one. Maybe it's the same guy we know, bro. Aaron. I saw Aaron there, my brethren Aaron. What are you doing there? Man going, he's doing this to me. Shh. Hey, the parade was nuts. Was nuts. Do you know what, yeah? I want to know who this brother is. Let me see if I can get it on screen. There was one part of the parade where there was a little like, so the police had cordoned off entrance to the Emirates, right? So there where that university is, off of Holloway Road. I forgot the name of the road. Forgot the name of the road. Yeah. So they had cordoned off, but then like a lot of the fans sort of like broke through the cordon, and let me see if I can get this guy. And so police obviously now start using their batons, trying to whack people with. Where is it? And there was just one guy, yeah, bro. I was nearly in tears from laughter. He was so random. Let me see if I can play it. Hold on. Let me see if I can play it. What he was doing was so random, yeah. Let me get up. Let me get up on screen. Let me get up on the screen. All right, share screen. You lot need to see this, bro. Share. I don't know why it goes slow when I don't know. Can you lot see the screen? Can you lot see the screen? Okay, so I got to add it to the screen. Okay, add to screen. All right, you lot can see here, right? This brother done the most random thing, yeah. So you can see like the police there, yeah. So like, for the most parts, I'll say for like 97, 98% of the parade, it was peaceful. Obviously, you're gonna get idiots. You're gonna get people who have drunk and lose themselves. You're gonna get that. That's just what happens when a large crowd and there's vibes, yeah. But as you lot can see on the screen, yeah. Police are there. One of the officers, someone threw a bottle at him, a 2-liter bottle of, I think it was Pepsi, like literally launched it, like Tom Brady style, hit him in the head, and the officer went down. I don't condone. Of course I don't. Do you get what I'm saying? We're all having a good time. There's no need for any of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that kind of vibe. But obviously, police, because people have broken through the barrier and are trying to get to the stadium, they've obviously been instructed to block fans going there. But fans are look, literally those are the officers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bro, not even up to 15 officers, yeah? And you've got them there to stop thousands from going to the stadium. Yeah, so they was outnumbered. So we broke through the barrier. I mean, not me, but I made my way to the stadium. All right, cool. So this part now is all going crazy, yeah. And then,
Hey, the bottles are getting thrown.
a bit of manic, bro. Can you not see the brother here? See if I can zoom in. Hey, hold on. Let me play. Bro's just holding up a watermelon.
Man.
Watermelon.
Champion! Watermelon champion! Watermelon champion! Watermelon champion!
Hey, anyone know this guy? Yeah. Hey, tag him to my socials, please. If anyone knows this guy, please tag him to my socials because what the hell? What the hell? He just stood there with the watermelon in the air like Rafiki when Simba was born, bro. Like he was so random. He was so flipping random. And I swear to God, he stood there for a good 2 minutes. Didn't move, just had watermelon in what was mad, yeah? I feel like I was the only one that noticed him. Everyone around him was just like this is normal. Like
Watermelon champion!
no one noticed him. No one gave a fuck. Why is he holding a watermelon in the middle of chaos? I don't know if his survival skills are at 100 or whether or not his survival skill is -0. Because people are running and, oh, what's going on? People not knowing what's going on. Police are throwing batons. Things are flying. Bottles are flying. Man said, nah, I must reveal my watermelon. I must reveal my purpose. I swear to God, yeah, I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I think I laugh throughout. Every time I think about it, it makes me laugh. He's protecting me. Yo, hey guys, hit the likes. Let's hit the likes for Watermelon Champions, man. Let's hit the likes for Watermelon Champions. Let's hit the likes for him, man. This brother deserved the likes, man. If you forgot to like the stream, hit the likes for Watermelon Champion because, bro. And then you got this guy. Okay, maybe there's this guy. This brother's looking at him like, is this nigga really holding a watermelon? Like, I didn't even cut this till now. Yo, he's perplexed. He's actually perplexed. Like, he's really holding a watermelon aloft in the air in the middle of millions of people. Or is he thinking, is that watermelon real? I want to, like, there's a million things going through this brother's head right now. Like, he can't believe what's going on. Maybe it's me. Maybe, yeah. He's the only other person besides me that just was thinking, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, let's see some more. Let's see some more. Yeah.
Hold on. What did mum say?
You can't beat Arsenal fan. Mum said take the chicken out the freezer. Oh my days! Is it advert? Is it advert?
Most people using ChatGPT and Claude are leaving 80% of the value on the
Guys, make sure you run up to that video.
Here's how the top 1% of the users actually prompt. First, go into your Claude settings and add this custom instruction. Always critique
Run up the likes.
your own answer after giving it. LLMs are notorious for telling you what you want to hear. This one change means you always get the full picture. Second, stop typing your prompts.
To my channel.
Use whisper
what
flow
I'll
to
do,
dictate them
I'll let that
instead.
advert
In 20
run.
seconds of talking, you'll give more detail,
let
more
that advert
context, and more nuance than you'd ever type out. Better input, way better
Yeah, we don't
output. Reid
skip adverts,
Hoffman,
man.
Mark
Leave all the
Andreessen,
bread.
some of the most prolific thinkers in tech swear by this. Third, end
Sorry,
any
guys.
prompt with, before you answer, ask me any clarifying questions that you
Sorry,
need.
guys.
With this instruction, ChatGPT will ask questions to get you the best possible output. When you speak your
Okay. But yeah. They got the vibe. Everywhere Nigerians are. All different races. The white lady, the left-hand side. What's this one saying? Great hairline forever. L'Oreal Paris. See a bit of Declan Rice love there. But look, it's just man them, bro. I made a post on my Insta. The Arsenal black fan base is crazy. Like, you could easily mistake this for Notting Hill Carnival. Easily. Like 80 to 90% of what I could see anyway. Sandy Cazorla getting love. Sandy Cazorla's name's been getting so much love. This is just outside the Emirates, by the roundabout. Go to the Emirates. You know where this is. That red smoke. Oh, I can't lie, yeah. That smoke. That red smoke is getting. Maybe that's why bro put his watermelon up in the air, man. He was trying to avoid.
So look, they put that wall there, that green wall, to stop people.
Yeah, that green wall was nuts.
Going into the stadium. What police are running? Are they running? Oh shit! They just fucking someone up. Let's get the action. Let's get the action. They're gonna let us. They're gonna let us. Let's see.
The amount of things I capture, yeah. I'm gonna be doing more content like this, you know. I'm gonna do more content.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, got him.
I think we're really plugging that word there.
I've done nothing! Fucking nothing!
I want your badge number.
No, I don't!
I want your badge number.
Fuckers fucking pushed me! I did nothing! I was just my partner! I got trouble!
Someone was asking me, who are these girls? But I don't know. I don't know who these girls are. But anyone know them? Tag them up on the Insta. Tag them up on the Insta. All right. So that was, I think I'm done with this one. Let me close that. Let's get back to the live stream. Let's get back here. Remove from scene. Yeah, remove from scene. Yo, Strict Double, good night. Bless. DG, 2 champions. You too, my brother. So I've seen one final thing that I feel I want to touch on quickly before I end the stream. Thomas Partey. Yes, Thomas Partey. I don't know if you lot have seen what is being proposed by the FA, the English FA, which is to basically, let's read it together, guys. The English FA are discussing a pre-match handshake protocol between England players and Thomas Partey ahead of the World Cup clash between England and Ghana. So essentially, they're trying to stop the England starting lineup, the England team, from shaking Partey's hand. Now, I don't know whether or not this is in line, or maybe his case will come to a conclusion before that game, or whether or not, I mean, that doesn't make sense. I'm sure if he's found guilty, he won't be at the World Cup. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm sure that's a jail sentence. But I think it's wild. Let's assume outside of those circumstances that this protocol has even been thought about. Now, his case is still ongoing. He's not guilty of the case against him yet, or maybe not. We don't know yet. And I think it's wild. I really, really think it's wild. Because it's actually interesting, because Rice, Saka are two players he played with. Granted, he played with Saka more than he did with Rice, but nonetheless, these are his ex-teammates. I mean, if he's found guilty then, or I don't know, but I don't imagine if he's found guilty, he'll be playing. So that's why I think it's dumb. And if this is before his trial concludes, it's even more dumb. So what are we doing here? Mason Greenwood, I could understand, and I get Mason Greenwood wasn't found guilty in court, but we saw what Greenwood done. We heard what Greenwood done. Hence why Greenwood was released and sold from Man United. But I think here you're making a mountain out of a molehill right now based on charges. Guys, let me know what you lot think, because I know it's a sensitive topic to sort of go into. But he's not been found guilty of anything. I said to you, look, I've got a Partey shirt here. I have a Partey shirt. I said I would burn it. I would burn it if he's found guilty, because I'm not walking around with a shirt of a man that's done that. God forbid. I will burn it. I made a video about it last season, start of last season. But if he's not found guilty, then what then happens? Can he countersue the FA? And also, let's even look at it on a deeper level. The case is gone to trial. There's going to be jurors. Surely what the FA are proposing is playing against his defense in court, which is wrong. Because now you've already, well, if you want to say manipulated the jury. Because now you've almost presented like he's guilty. So the jury would essentially go into that already influenced. But we've seen loads of times when situations like this, I mean, Ronaldo, people forget about the Ronaldo incident. Ronaldo had a similar case. But Ronaldo settled out of court, but he had a similar case. You never hear anyone singing, she said no. What was that? How did that song go again? She said no, Ronaldo. She said no. Oh, Ronaldo, oh, Ronnie. No one sings that. And for me, it's all about due process, bro. If that's what he's done, I can't back it. Mendy had the same treatment, bro. Mendy had how many counts on his head? He beat every single count. That literally finished his career. He was in his prime at Man City. No matter how much Man City are going to pay him off, he's lost his career at the peak of his career. So we have to be careful. And this goes for anyone, by the way, not just because he's played for Arsenal. This goes for anyone. I think I would still debate it for anyone, not just footballers. But it is wild that England, of all people, are trying to go down this route with Thomas Partey. It is crazy. But guys, please make sure you hit the likes, slap the likes. We've been on air for 2 hours now. We've had a fun stream, not gonna lie. I'm gonna start doing this more regularly. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you hype just before you leave. Yeah, so we're back on it again. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Arsenal way with myself and my boy D. So make sure you're locked in for that. I don't know how to do these other things these other YouTubers do. What do they call it again? Redirects. I don't even know who's on right now. No one ain't ever redirected me, tell you that. But I suppose I'm not online. I don't do the lives enough to be in that redirect world. So guys, just take 5 seconds. I'll do the countdown with you. Hit the likes for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the like before you take your next breath. Hit that like. Hit that likes. And I will see you lot again soon. Big up everyone that's been in the chat. It's been fun. And we'll go again tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that these other YouTubers tell you to do. But do it for me. I went from strict to strict, though, strict. Understand? Only person I owe is myself. Strict. I went from